So now it's time to invite that our presiding officer. He is an IT consultant and he is also the winner of Area I4 contest, and tomorrow he is going to participate in Game Server conference. So let's invite. Good evening, everybody. I declare 3:38 open. Today the attendance is thin, at least so far, because we have bulk of our Medley members helping to prepare for tomorrow's division contest. So we'll update you at the end of the meeting about what's going to happen tomorrow. So how many of you are in customer service here? I thought all of us, right? Either you have a direct customer or indirect customer. We can't do anything, even if you are studying, you have a customer. So what is great customer service?
To satisfy the consumers.
To satisfy
Addressing the customer needs.
Yeah, you need to give the right answer. That's it.
Addressing the customer needs.
Sorry? Addressing the customer needs.
Something else.
Isn't able to come again and again?
The speaker asked the question, thinks he doesn't know. Sorry.
To make them come again and again.
Make them come again and again. There's something interesting here. There are several anecdotes on customer service and several companies. You might have read Apple being one of the top 3 in customer service. Second one is Zappos. Third is 5-star hotel chain. I forgot the name. These 3 are considered the top 3.
Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah, Ritz-Carlton. Ritz-Carlton. Thank you. So Ritz-Carlton. So Ritz-Carlton, Zappos, shoe manufacturing company, and Apple are considered the top 3. For quite some time, for at least last few years, they figure out in the top customer service. It's because of what they do. In fact, just to give you an example, how many of you have visited an Apple store, especially in the US? In the US, yeah, 1 or 2, okay. So I'm not saying here, the format is a little different, and so US culturally the customer service takes a different meaning. In fact, they tested a few years back, there were several tests done on Apple to check their customer service. One comedian dragged a goat inside the Apple store and kept the goat for 3 to 4 hours when he was shopping. He didn't buy anything. And nobody said anything. So nearly 3 to 4 hours, the comedian had the goat inside the store. And then once they ordered a pizza, when he came and ordered a pizza, he even shared the pizza slices with some of the service reps. Sales reps in Apple Store. There are many stories about Apple Store being tested, and absolutely they don't frown their face, they don't push you into buying anything. You might have read about that. So there are several great stories about customer service. Something interesting I read, in Florida, an old lady moves in from New York, and she has opened an account in a very small bank. The size of the bank is a fraction of even a mid-sized bank in the US. So on 5:20 p.m. she calls the bank, which closes at 5:30, saying she has to come and cash out $200. She didn't have cash. This was several years back. And then, how long will the branch be open? And the person picker said 5:30, but she needed 20 minutes to come. So he had 2 options: either to leave it open, which is difficult due to various reasons. Then he immediately offered, "Don't worry." He checked the balance. She had some balance left. One of our employees, when we drive around your area, whoever passes through area will get $200, give you and collect the check. So you don't have to move from the house. So see, that was the customer service offered. So what happened actually was, this was done, this is a small piece of work. But this lady realized a small bank like this can actually give a much better customer service, personalized, compared to even the bank where she was holding millions of dollars. She's a very affluent woman, moved from New York. The bank didn't know that she had opened some minimum balance, whatever, few $100. So just by an act of customer service, which was not attached to anything, the bank actually got a whopping few $1 million. So she moved all her accounts into this small bank, just too much for this to handle. So customer service is something you don't define. You don't look at the size of the customer, and you don't judge the customer by voice or by dress. It's extremely, extremely important. We all might have experience in our life. You don't try to judge a person by voice or dress or the car he drives. He may be driving a very small car, but he may be a millionaire. So customer service is something you give unconditionally, and companies which do that, the examples we spoke, Apple, Ritz-Carlton and Zappos, are considered some of the best because they unconditionally give customer service without any reason. So That's what is something I read I wanted to share. Now we have few guests. Can we have some introduction? And before that, I want to introduce myself. Fidelity Speechcraft. Speechcraft is a program we ran for 8 weeks. We ran recently in Fidelity, and we know that Vibha are from Fidelity. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Vinod, and as Roman was saying, we were part of Speechcrafters, and we were having 8 weeks session. It got over by last week actually. So we just wanted to get into the club and wanted to see what is happening in this culture. Just came as a question.
Myself Vibha, and I started my career with Oracle 3 years back, and I have experience of 4 years, and I'm working for Fidelity Investments. I was a part of Speechcraft program that was conducted by Wendy Club. So I've just come here to visit your talk.
Hi all, I am Sitaram. Actually, I am currently working in Toastmasters. I just accompanied Chokalingam. I just want to know how Toastmasters is working.
Hi, my name is Saharika. I study game design. I study in US at the moment. I'm here for 6 months, just doing an internship, and I thought I'd visit Toastmasters.
Welcome.
Hi, I am Punit Kumar. I study electrical engineering in Anna IST. I came here to give a short.
Hi, Rajiv Yadav, far from here, from Haryana, and I'm really working with Shell.
Welcome. We have 2 more to say. Go ahead.
Hello everyone, I'm Vijay. I work for Accenture. So I heard about Toastmasters a lot online, and we are excited about it, and I'm here to. So I thank you very much.
Hello everyone, this is Nazia. I'm working at Accenture. Just joined here to know more about Toastmasters.
Welcome. Let's talk about this. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Prasad. I'm working in Accenture. I just want to improve my communication skills, so that's why I came to Toastmasters.
That's all we have, right? Yeah. And before we start, I want to recognize our chartered member, Mr. Ramakrishnan. So today the meeting is 378, so we are about 7.5 years.
Yes, 8 years.
I know Tushar is conducting many meetings in a month, so
8 years.
a year or 2 years from now it will be different. But you can say 52 meetings, 50 meetings a year.
Yeah.
So we are in the 8th year, and he was one of the chartered members, and he is very passionate Toastmaster, and one of the reasons why the club has grown so well. Now time to hit the main segment. We have a person to run the entire show called Toastmaster of the Day, which is Master of Ceremony in other paradigm. So today's person is very special, extremely passionate. The word extremely I'm using because you can see him everywhere, not just in club meetings, everywhere Toastmastering, even anything to do with Toastmaster happens, you can see him in very passionate and encourages everybody, especially the new journeys, just to come on stage and deliver speeches and also play roles. He is a domain dispute specialist and a lot of experience in the intellectual property area. Welcome on stage.
Thank you, President. Good afternoon. Welcome to the distinguished guest house. I'm Venkat. Today I'm playing the role of TM Modi. The theme of the day is refute. Refute. The meaning of refute is to prove to be false or erroneous as an opinion. The number one. Number two is to prove a person to be in error. I would like to give 2 examples. I refused to join Toastmasters Club 3 years back initially. The number 2 is, but I never refused to get married the first girl. When I met the first girl. Okay. Without further ado, I am going to the target speaker, Toastmaster Ramesh. When yesterday morning I am talking about, we have to call. Sorry. Okay, I don't want to repeat Trisha's word. To start for further proceedings, I would like to invite Medley's eligible bachelor, Toastmaster Delhi, the conductor.
I'm not sure whether I should feel happy or sad. I was a student back when people used to introduce me the Medley student, the Medley's young champ. But there were many young champs who had come and crossed me. I'm feeling a little sad. And I'm happy that he introduced me as a bachelor with prospective prize, maybe I can look for. So, without further ado, I am the general evaluator for the day. Today I'll be helping the speakers, the meeting procedure to fall in place. So I'll be the sole person responsible to make sure that the meeting happens properly. Before even I go and tell what I do, why am I here, I would just like to ask a question. So what do you think makes a computer special? With raise of hands you can answer, or you can just tell it out, shout it. What do you think is very important in a computer? In a computer. No. What do you think will make a computer work? If you're a computer designer, what do you think is important for you to go to the market and to sell the computer? Just a single question. Performance?
You know how to convince the buyer.
Okay, buyer?
It's the computing power. It has
computing
got the power to...
Okay. So what do you think is important in public speaking?
Communication.
Communication, okay. Next thing?
Confidence.
Huh? Confidence. Convincing, okay. So these are the general thoughts of who is sitting in the room. So let me take you back to Steve Jobs, which Mohan was mentioning. When someone asked Steve Jobs the same question, what is important in a computer? He said, the box which you design, the box which you give it to the customers, and the design of the chip. So when a person who is working with Steve Jobs asks, Jobs, how does it matter? The IC or the chip inside the computer doesn't even matter. No one even gives a look at it. How does it matter? But he's very sure that everything you design, everything you get it out to the customer should be of perfection. It's the same with public speaking. So it's not the confidence, it's not the commitment, it's not the perseverance, which I believe will take you to the further steps. It's the minute aspects, such as the hours you have in your speech, such as the time for which you speak. The attention span of each person in the room is approximately 25 to 30 minutes. But if you are giving a single speech, it's around 10 minutes. That's the attention span which research says. So you need to make sure that when you come onto the stage, you need to ensure that you speak with the proper timing, with the little hours, and with the perfect grammar. That's where we have our tag team to make sure that to help you reach that goal of being a perfectionist with respect to time, being a perfectionist with respect to hours in your speech, being a perfectionist with respect to grammar in your speech. We have something called tag team. It's called timer, accountant, and grammarian. So we have that team to make sure that you achieve your goal of being a perfect public speaker. Without any further ado, I would like to introduce the timer for the day, who is a very new member, who is an enthusiastic member. Her name is Priyadarshini. Priyadarshini, could you read out your objectives?
Okay, good afternoon. Time and tide does not wait for any man. And today I have a very important role to play here. As a timer, it's my duty to see that every speaker expresses his thought within a specified time, And we are using this flashcard as a guideline for time. Here the green card indicates the qualifying time, yellow card indicates the target time, and the red card tells the maximum time a speaker can speak. And first we have the prepaid speakers will be coming out of the stage, and the time allotted for the prepaid speakers is 5 to 7 minutes. On the 5th minute I'll be showing the green card, 6th minute yellow card, and 7th minute I'll be showing the red card. After that we have an impromptu speech where a person comes and gives a speech, and the time allotted for that table topic speech is 1 to 2 minutes. For the first minute I'll be showing the green card, 1 minute 30 seconds I'll be showing the yellow card, and the second minute I'll be showing the red card. Then finally we'll be having the evaluation section. The time allotted for this is 2 to 3 minutes. For the second minute I'll be showing the green card, 2 minutes 30 seconds will be the yellow card, and the third minute I'll be showing the red card. One thing I would like to say is when you come for the impromptu speech, at least 1 minute a speaker has to speak so that he gets qualified for the award section, and the person who will be talking over time will not be considered as a qualified speaker, and he will not be a part of this award section. So wishing you all the best. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much. So next up we have our counter. Today the counter role is played by Toastmaster Azhar. He is also a quite new Toastmaster to Medley, and he has been taking up roles very effectively and very consistently, unlike me. So we have Toastmaster Azhar to read upon the objectives of his role.
Hi, my name is Azhar, and I am the counter of today's meeting. I will be closely listening to the filler words that the speakers of today use. The filler words like and also I will be tracking the repetitions. These filler words make the speech flow to get stopped, and it makes the speech less interesting. So I will keep tracking of all these filler words and let the people know at the end of the meeting how they did.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, next up we have our Grammarly. This person deserves a huge respect. As Toastmaster Mohan had already informed, he is a chartered member. It's very difficult to keep up the enthusiasm to come to every meeting, to turn up for each and every meeting and continue learning forever. Next up we have the Toastmaster Ramakrishnan, who is the chartered member of Medley Toastmasters.
Toastmaster helps us to increase our vocabulary, and it also helps us to avoid bad usage of English. So I have seen some people saying, I cannot be able to. It is a bad usage, because can and able convey the same meaning, like that. And in the latest Toastmaster journal, magazine, I saw 2 rhetorical devices. A rhetorical device is one of the project in CC, Competent Communicator. He has mentioned about 2 rhetorical devices, anaphora and epiphora. Anaphora involves repeating a word or phrase at the beginning of successive clauses or sequence sentences. Anaphora has been used memorably by famous orators like Winston Churchill. He says, we shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the field, we shall never surrender. And for epiphora, he has given examples. There is not a, Barack Obama says, there is not a black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There is the United States of America. Now, coming to my role as grammarian, I will be paying close attention to speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I take note of any misuse of English language, and also outstanding uses, quotes, sayings, and thoughts. And today's word of the day is meticulous. You should be meticulous in whatever you do. You should be perfect. You should not leave it to chances. So that you can achieve your aim. Whenever any member, Toastmaster mentions the word of the day, please give it to them. Thank you. At the end of the meeting, I will give a report to GE.
Thank you so much. I know that all of you had crossed your attention span of listening to me. So now I hand over the control back to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Day Toastmasters, like a team of the meticulous, like we are going to see some hamburger speeches. First, I would like to call Toastmaster Ramesh. He is going to deliver his CC speech. Then I was talking about the theme of the day. Then he said, "Sir, just give me your number and send you a WhatsApp." He wrote more than 4 or 5 lines. According to him, life is all about dreams coming true. There are so many people in my life who said, "You cannot do this. You are not eligible for this." But he refuted all those comments, and today he lived dream, and he had a dream also, and he is leading a happy life. Before that, I would like to ask the target speaker, evaluated for this.